Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video, we are going to talk about our opinions, thoughts, ideas, principles, standards, and our emotions, feelings, and of course our behaviors. Yes, behaviors, of course, our good behaviors. Yes, they are really popular topics, uh, and everybody has something to say about them. Yes, we are very familiar to them. Yes. Okay, they are art. Yes, art, as you know, is connected with our heart, emotions, feelings. Yes. Art is between discipline. Yeah, discipline is connected with our mind and freedom. Yes, freedom is related to our actions, of course. Again, let's say our positive actions. Yes, ethics gives us the responsibility of having positive actions. Uh, when it comes to mind, for example, we speak about it in relation to our ideas, or as an adjective, for example, mind is related to our ideas, but we speak, for example, we speak about our mind in relation to, in connection with, but our mind is connected with our ideas. Yes, we can produce so practical sentences. Okay, now uh, our attitude towards things, events, and developments is positive or negative in terms of pure acceptance or rejection. We either accept something or reject it. Is there an attitude in between these two? Yes, there is also an attitude which is called ambivalence. Yes, ambivalence. Okay, does an ambivalent, just like saying, do you remember we talked about introvert, extrovert? Yes, and ambivert. There is one character uh, in the middle, yes, between them, ambivalent. Does an ambivalent have a clear-cut stance? I am not sure about it. I think an ambivalent always hesitates. Yeah, always hesitates to do something, to be something, to have something. So he or she sometimes goes closer to an extrovert, and he sometimes goes closer to an introvert. Or here, in for example, either accepting or rejecting something, they don't have a clear idea. So we can, I think, easily say they don't have a clear cut. Okay. And by the way, art, now that art is connected with, related to our emotions, so we can also say romanticism. Romanticism is between discipline and freedom, science and ethics. Yes, saying like this is also possible. Yes. Romance or romanticism. As you know, there is an art movement called romanticism in art. Okay. Okay, romanticism, emotion, freedom, and individual imagination. Okay, ChatGPT, is it possible to generate a 10-line poem from this presentation text? Let's start with the poem of ChatGPT and finish it again with the rest of the poem. Okay. A traveler's journey story. A traveler's journey story is the heading of the poem. Sorry, I started with a wrong intonation. Yes, a traveler's journey story. Science knows rules, patterns. It unveils technology, a servant that never fails. Applying science for human needs, a symbiotic, a shared experience dance, where progress leads. Artists have style and school. Scientists too, with methods cool. Styles without emotion, yes. Scientists too, with methods cool, without emotion and feelings. Styles of thought, unique and bold, differing, differing tales, their stories unfold. True artists harmonize, not coerce, not force, absorbing beauty from diverse sources. Objective or subjective, the debate, art transcends boundaries, opens the gate. Really, really nice. Okay, again, science is at the bottom, art is in the middle, and ethics is at the top. Okay, at the highest level. Okay. Okay, I think all the other two are for the ethics. Yes, to beautify, to enhance ethics. Yes. Science, art, and ethics have their own rules, norms, and standards each. As you know, rules are connected with science, norms are connected with art, and standards are connected with ethics. Okay. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. How is it like this? It is like this because of subjectivity. Yes, because it's a subjective uh, position. It's a subjective state or stance or perspective. It's a subjective perspective. Physical things exist. Why? Why do they exist? Why do material and physical things exist? They exist so that individuals' valuable and beautiful skills and qualities become concrete, become visible, tangible, and observed. By means of what do we assert ourselves? Of course, we assert ourselves. It doesn't mean we show ourselves, we exhibit ourselves, but we assert ourselves means, again, we show ourselves by doing useful things. Yeah. Okay. By means of what do we assert ourselves? Of course, by means of visible things, ethical choices, we assert ourselves, or we assert ourselves, we express ourselves by means of verbal and non-verbal communication expressions as well. Okay. Yes, valuable and beautiful skills and qualities become concrete, tangible, and observed. For example, if Leonardo da Vinci hadn't painted Mona Lisa, for example, today we wouldn't observe it, we wouldn't enjoy it. Okay, so our feelings uh, has turned into a concrete beauty. Okay. The methods of science. Science is the knowledge of rules and patterns about the facts in our world. What is technology? Technology is the way of making the scientific rules serve humans. What does art mean then? Art is the production and expression of aesthetics to depict, to show here. Beauty. What's the importance of way of doing something? Yes. Of course, doing. is important. Being is important, but knowing something is important. Knowledge is important, but doing, applying, performing is the most important, of course, sincerely and ethically and beautifully. Yes, again, let me read the question. What is the importance of way of doing something? The way of doing something. The method is also important because of doing something efficiently, doing something in good quality, and because of consistency. The way of doing something is also important, essential, vital, and of course for an overall success and continuous improvement, for an continuous permanent improvement, a non-stop improvement, enhancement. Dialogue 7, an artist has a style and school. Does a scientist also have a style and school? Why? Why not? Yes, in the first place, it seems that a scientist is objective, must be objective. So he or she doesn't use his or her emotions. In the first place, we want to say a scientist like and doesn't have a style and a school. Then the rules confuse. Okay, but of course they have um, different methods, as ChatGPT said, a little bit cool. Yes, not warm, not as warm as the style of an artist. Okay. Methodical style. Yes, these are the styles of scientists. Okay. But they are far from emotions, I think. They must be far from emotions. Yes. They are. They should base on. They should be based on, or they should base on. Scientists should base them on objectivity. Okay, I think we can also be free while we are dependent on principles. I think we can also be free, of course, if we have an ethical perspective, for example. Let me read it from the beginning. I think we can also be free while we are dependent on principles, standards, and good qualities. Yes, they are the ways, techniques, and the steps of, strategies of achieving something. We cannot think of, we cannot think of doing an excellent thing, a masterpiece, for example, without principles, standards, and qualities. Yes. Do you think we can be imaginative while we are conservative? Yes, it really seems difficult, but we have to. We have to be imaginative. We have to be able to imagine something new while or when we are conservative. They should balance each other. Okay, the methodical memory. Even our memory, for example, keeps, saves, stores knowledge in categories. Yes. A true artist, as opposed to a propagandist, of course, a propagandist doesn't have sincerity. Yes, as true artist, sorry, a true artist, as opposed to a propagandist, tries to harmonize rules, feelings, and qualities with each other. Does a true artist absorb beauties from the objective world or from the subjective world? Yes, so this issue, this topic or this subject has been the problem of artists in the history, and there have been some schools of, for example, objective world and some schools of subjective worlds. Of course, in general, yes, in general, because our practically, our purpose is not to debate a topic deeply, but just try to improve our English. So, in general, an artist observes, gathers, collects, gathers beauties both from the objective world and from the subjective world, but start, uh, some starts observing them first from the objective world, then from the subjective world, and some others starts uh, collecting them, gathering them first from the subjective world and then later from the objective world. Of course, it must be really difficult. Maybe there have been few artists like this. Okay, there are a lot of artists who observe beauties just from the objective world or just from the subjective world. Okay, good ethics is liberty. Everybody tends to be controlled by ethics. This is quite natural and the task and the right of an individual. Yes, this fact, this idea is the right and task of every individual. Let me read it from the beginning. Everybody needs also true. Everybody tends to be controlled by ethics. Doesn't it mean to be controlled by ourselves? Yes, of course, absolutely it is like this. It means that each of us needs to be controlled by ourselves. Okay. In the context of various artistic disciplines, an artistic and elegant piece of work cannot be imagined without rules. If you follow the rules of lines, shapes, colors, sounds, and words harmoniously, what kind of pieces will you get respectively, consecutively, sequentially? So, if we follow lines, shapes, colors, we get beautiful paintings, drawings. If we follow the rules of principles of sounds, we get a piece of music, for example. And if we use words harmoniously, we get literary pieces respectively, yes, consecutively, sequentially. Okay. I got the point. For example, yes, a poem or a part of a poem from Necip Fazıl Kırkısakürek, a Turkish poet. I got the point. I got the point. Art was looking for Allah. Neck was this. Crux was this. The rest was just tip-cat, a kind of child game. Genius means coming closer to freedom, which is above the mind, near the ethical area. On the contrary, insanity means coming closer to the chaos which is below the mind. A genius rebels against the slavery of mind. Yes, a genius is a rebel, but what kind of rebel? Is he or she? He or she is a rebel of freedom, rebel of positivity, rebel of ignorance. For example, he rebels against ignorance. Yes, a genius rebels against the slavery of mind and never loses it. Yeah. Whereas a psycho does not An insane person, a psycho, does not rebel against the slavery of mind, but loses the mind partially or completely. What does literature mean? Let's focus on literature. Literature may mean looking for the beauty, searching for the beauty by means of words. What may architecture and music mean? Yes, architecture may mean looking for the beauty by means of lines, shapes, yes. And as for music, by means of sounds, yes. The rhythm of sounds, the beauty, harmony of sounds. Okay, another poem by Mehmet Akif Ersoy, Turkish poet. Do not go away, O traveler. Let's sit and cry together. Your suffering is too heavy for one heart to carry. Let's share it. Okay. Each traveler sometimes travels together. It seems that each of us is a traveler who gathers knowledge from science, beauty from art, and aesthetics, responsibility from morality or ethics, and peace and happiness from religion. By witnessing what is happening around us and being witnessed by others. So life is all about witnessing something, observing something, and being witnessed. Yes, being witnessed and being observed by others. Okay. This is the last part of the poem of ChatGPT. Ethics as liberty, a guiding light, self-control, a personal flight. In the realm of choices, we find freedom. In ethics, a noble bind. Literature looks for beauty through words, by means of words. Architecture and music, where beauty girds or surrounds. Words that console, a shared endeavor, emotions woven, lasting forever and ever. Okay, this is all for now. So take care of yourself and see you in the next video. I wish you a good day.